Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is my Husqvarna 272 XP. Want to tell you a little bit about it. Had a couple funny stories and things about it that are just awesome. So for one, I got this saw for next to nothing. I think 30 or 40 bucks. Bought it for the guy with a bar. It did have a chain. The chain that was on it was just wrecked. It was so beyond salvage. It just was completely worn out. I don't throw things away very often. I usually try to save them and use them up all the way. This thing I just tossed right in the trash. It was some firewood cutter that had it, and he was getting annoyed with the full wrap handle. I think he was fairly certain he bought it off of a firefighter. Down here in the mountain states, timber fallers and loggers, we really love full wraps, but it's not very often that we get them, so they're kind of a prized tool. But so we won't sell them. The firefighters, however, love the full wraps too, and they will sell their saw whenever they modernize. So I don't know if this saw actually was one of those. It's in such good shape. I don't think it is. It's dirty because this is a saw that I still use. I use it somewhat often. It was, so anyway, it was missing the 4 screws down here that hold the full wrap in. I believe they were trying to take that off because the guy didn't have a bar wrench that fit inside of here. So he was using a normal wrench to undo the bar nuts. If you're familiar with Husky saws, especially these 2 series and before, that the space between that clutch side handle and the bar nuts is really tight. Anyway, I think I had to replace the air filter, and I had to replace this screw that holds the chain brake handle on. That was the longest amount of downtime that this saw has had, just because of that. Choke on the right, kill switch on the left, and then there's this throttle lock whenever you're starting it, which is awesome. It holds it about a third throttle. So if you're, anyway, it's awesome. This saw will pretty well start in any weather. Aside from really hot weather, it won't start in hot weather. It is picky about hot weather. It's a really weird thing for it to be that picky about it. It doesn't really matter how it's tuned. One time we were bucking logs at the sawmill, and we just needed an extra saw, so I grabbed this guy out of my truck, and I was cutting up, we were selling the wane from the sawmill to guys for firewood, and they couldn't have it overhanging out of their truck X amount, so I would start this thing and I'd set it on the ground and help them load them. Then I'd start it up, make a couple cuts and all that, and after about 3 cycles of that, this thing would not start. And it was funny because early in the morning, it was the one that started with the least amount of pulse. All throughout the winter, it had been the easiest starting saw ever. So I had to eat some humble pie after making fun of everybody and the company saws because they wouldn't start, and then mine wouldn't start again. It was a lot of fun. This saw has gotten me through a couple really hard winters cutting firewood when things were really, really slow. So I'm pretty thankful just to own it, and I'm gonna keep it forever just because I have so little into it, and it's just been such a great saw for me. One of the things that these 2 series Huskies are great for, and you won't find anybody that really disagrees with me. You'd find people that think a little different, but not that are gonna disagree with my reason. These are awesome for carpentry, and it's because they have so little anti-vibe compared to the new ones. And it might be just this one. There's really not that much anti-vibe. There's some in there, and it's a lot better than a hard mounted saw, but because of how little anti-vibe these things have, the tip of your bar goes exactly where you want the tip of your bar to go.
And so just the amount of precision that you can have with these things is pretty wild. So I have all the adapters and everything to run a Canon, and I do have a Canon carpentry bar, and that's typically what I'll put on there, a 24-inch. And when we built log cabin kits, this is the tool for the job. It's got just enough power. That was before I lost the outside dog, which makes it a little bit harder when you're trying to make super precise cuts. But anyway, I'm rambling. Just wanted to show off this saw. It's pretty great. It's pretty clean, aside from this little tumble that happened. Happened before I got it, but they're pretty fragile. These fins inside of here, they're not the strongest. It just doesn't bother me very much because I love the saw. I love it. I've got such great memories of it, and I'm thankful to own it because it has genuinely helped me. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Bye.